This is my home gym setup. I've got this set up in my apartment. It's a 2-story apartment. This is the first floor. This is pretty much the entire first floor. I've kind of got it shoved all in the corner right here. Well, wouldn't really call it a corner. You can see it's more than just a corner. It's like a quarter or maybe 2/4 of the downstairs. I've got the gym set up there. That's my upstairs. So I'm a power lifter. So what I've got here is obviously a deadlift platform. I've got these band pegs here I got from Titan Fitness. I don't trust them right now because I don't have the right hardware installed right here. So I'm afraid that if I put bands on here, one of these might snap off and hit me, and we don't want that. So for now, they're just for show until I get some heavier duty bolts to go through here. It's a double plywood deadlift platform made myself with horse stall mats on the top. That leads over here to my power rack. Also, horse stall mats here, double plywood. This isn't doing shit except just kind of keeping this platform from shifting side to side, which it wouldn't anyways because I've got these screws in here holding the mats down. See them on the deadlift platform. Got a Rep Fitness AB, I think it's a 4100 adjustable bench. I like it for the money. I got this one because, well, one, it's adjustable, and two, it's to powerlifting standards with the pad width and the height of the bench, which I really like. I've got my power block corner over here. I got my bench shirt on here, but I think these are the elites, like 5 to 90s. Got some extra mats here. These are good for like box squats, and I can pull off them too for like deficits and stuff. I've got a box here for box squats, and I use step ups on it, so I have grip tape right on there. Very good. I suggest if you make your own box, put some grip tape on there. It's like $3 a roll, and you don't even use the whole roll for the whole thing. So it's useful, so you don't slip. Got all the plates I need. These two are bullshit. They're not even the right size, but I just have them anyways. Yeah, I think what I got here? 3, 6, 8, 16 plates in total, because I got them over there too. Got some change plates, some wrist wraps. Got these Titan mono hooks. I lift solo, so these are pretty much needed for bench when I go heavy because I won't have a handoff person. So these are basically my shoulder savers so I don't hurt myself. I actually squat with them too. I wouldn't suggest it, especially if you're kind of a beginner squatter and you tend to lean forward, because when these retract, they don't retract that much. So if you lean forward in the squat coming out of the hole 2-3 inches, you're going to hit the bottom of these coming up. You have to be a pretty upright squatter to use these when you squat. But I like them. I haven't hit them yet. Hopefully I don't in the future. Got the Elite FTS SSB bar. I got the handles taken off right now. I was doing JMs with them and I just haven't put them on yet. Got my ISF iCell Fitness Power Bar. Knurling on these is amazing, especially for the money. Probably one of the best power bars I've ever used. I highly suggest them. I'd buy more if I could, if I had a need for them. Got a iCell Fitness deadlift bar. The grip on these is amazing. Basically razors digging into your hands. I like an aggressive knurl on all my bars. That's why I love this bar a lot. You're not going to slip with this guy. I think I got the black oxide on both of these. It's supposed to not really rust. At least that's what the assumption is with the black oxide coating, but I don't know if you'll be able to tell. But there's spotting. It definitely will rust. And it's never been outside. It's been in my apartment the whole time. Probably has something to do with humidity or something like that. I'm not sure, but Not a big deal. You can't really see it because it's black. And, I mean, when you're using it, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, in fact, when you use it, the rust comes off because your hands are fucking rubbing against it. So, not a big deal. I've got some, I don't know, random more change plates up here. 2.5s, 5s, 2 sets of 5s, 2 sets of 10s. I got spring collars. I just haven't really upgraded those. West Side reverse hyper. I'm a little bummed about this purchase for 2 reasons. One, both those reasons are my fault actually. One of the reasons is the max weight capacity on this thing is actually pretty low. I think it's 180 pounds, and for some reason the weight doesn't feel that heavy on this. So 180 pounds does not feel that heavy on this. So you need more. And the thing slides all over the place when you're using it. And the second reason, second big reason is I bought this like 2 years ago for like $475. And then now on Rogue, they're selling them for like $395. So that kind of pisses me off, but it's what it is. I need it, and I use it often. Sorry about that. It's my dog Tuck. Anyways, this power rack here, it's a rugged fitness power rack. I bought this during COVID with the stimulus check. So thank you, Trump, for this rack. It's a decent rack. I really haven't had any problems with it. In fact, I would recommend it actually. I think it's the Y100. I believe it says it can hold 800 pounds. And with everything that I have on here all the time, it equates to 1,200 pounds, and I lift with all this gear on here. So this thing can hold at least 1,200 pounds with ease. Doesn't shake around. There's no problems at all. Hardware stays tight. I always check that because I'm 400 pounds over the weight limit, so I don't want it to break apart when I'm lifting on it. But everything's held tight. It's a good rack. Back here, you might have seen this. Got the American camber bar from Elite FTS. Love this bar. Got a 7-foot axle bar back there, and a Texas deadlift bar that I got for real cheap. Knurling on that is also amazing. But I'm just putting it back there because I already got the iCell Fitness deadlift bar that I use often. Got my bands, slingshot. Use that sometimes. Pretty good. Homemade tsunami bar or earthquake bar. I don't know. They got a few different names, but that's pretty good too. It's good to work on a stabilizer muscles. I haven't used it in a while though, but it's pretty easy to build. You just get some PVC tubing, and I suggest getting a big one and a small one and putting the small one inside the big one. That just gives it a little more rigidity, gives you a little more confidence that the tubing is not going to break when you use it. Because I'm not really sure what that is rated for, but it's definitely not rated for putting weights on it. So I suggest putting one inside the other one. You still get the working stabilizer. It's still pretty good. So yeah, it's a cheap way of getting an earthquake bar. I mean, I probably spent $10-15 total, probably less on both those. If I were to do it again, I would definitely get a longer tube, one that's the length of an actual power bar. That one's kind of short. It's kind of a shorty bar. So I would definitely get a longer one, maybe a pipe that's a little bit bigger, so it fits more snug inside here. And I'd probably get some end caps and maybe some PVC glue to make it all nice and perfect. But that's fine for right now. And I think that's about it. You know, I got my tire right there. I pull that often for GPP work. Usually in my truck bed, but I had to put a bunch of stuff back there, so I had to put it in the house. These are pretty easy to make. I made this myself. You just get an old tire for free. You can find them all over the place. I found this on the side of the road. I mean, I'm sure you can find one on the side of the road too, or ask a neighbor if they have an extra one, a bulb spare. And just cut the top half right here big enough so you can throw some weights in there. I use the knife when I cut it pretty dangerous way to do it. Maybe next time I would use some sort of power tool. I don't know if a jigsaw might do it, maybe a Sawzall, but if you do it, definitely don't use a knife. I actually cut myself pretty bad and had to get stitches when I made this thing, so don't make my mistake. Use like a power tool, something easier. And that's everything. It's some medals and awards. Some of these medals from my girlfriend. She's a powerlifter too. She actually just went to regionals recently. Got this guy. She did pretty good. I think she got 6th out of like 16 people, so definitely pretty decent. And yeah, that's my home gym setup. All right, see ya.